You weren't born great. No one was. Greatness is built. It is forged. And if you still believe that success is just a lucky break, a talent gifted at birth, or destiny favoring the chosen ones, you've already lost. People love telling themselves fairy tales. They look at a champion, a billionaire, a master of their craft and think, he got lucky, he had talent, he was in the right place at the right time. They create excuses because it's easier that way. It's easier to explain someone else's success as predetermined than to admit that this person worked not just harder, but exponentially harder than everyone else. You want to believe that great people always knew their path, that they were never afraid, that they never doubted themselves, that they never failed, never fell so low they couldn't see a way out. But that's a lie. They started just like you, at zero. They had no guarantees, no supernatural abilities, no clear roadmap. The only thing that set them apart was that they refused to quit. Greatness isn't something you're born with. It's something you construct every day. With every training session, with every decision, with every hit you take and keep standing. But you don't want to hear this because it means you have no excuses left. It means that if you haven't succeeded, it's not because of bad luck. It's not because someone stopped you. It's because you chose weakness. You chose excuses over effort. You chose procrastination over the pain of growth. If you want to be great, you need to understand one simple truth. No one owes you anything. No one is obligated to give you opportunities. No one is required to show you the way to success. No one is responsible for saving you from your fears and doubts. If you want something, go and take it. But be ready to pay the price. Every great person was once a nobody. They failed. They were humiliated. They lost everything. They suffered, but they kept going. Every champion has fallen so low that no one believed they would rise again, but they did. Are you ready for that? Ready to endure pain when others give up? Ready to rise after every failure when everyone tells you to stop? Ready to stop complaining, stop whining, stop making excuses, and just do the work? If yes, then you will become one of them. If not, you will remain exactly where you are. The choice is yours. You have the power to take control of your life, to break free from the chains of weakness, and to stop justifying your inaction. But to do that, you must accept another truth. You create your own greatness, but no one ever said the journey would be easy. You think you have no chances, that circumstances are against you, that you were born at the wrong time, in the wrong place, to the wrong family? Do you know how many people had it worse than you and still refused to give up? How many started with nothing, no support, no connections, no resources? They didn't complain. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't waste years doubting themselves. They worked every single day without guarantees, without a safety net, without certainty of success. And that is what sets them apart from you. They chose not to retreat. They chose to be more than their fears. They chose to move forward, even when the world tried to break them. Greatness doesn't come for free. You have to pay for it with blood, sweat, sleepless nights, and days when you feel like you're losing your mind from exhaustion, pain, and loneliness. Because to be great means to go where others are afraid to step. It means working when others rest. It means hitting harder than life hits you. Look at yourself right now. Are you complaining that it's hard? Are you waiting for someone to come and help you? Are you hoping that with time, everything will somehow get better? Then I have bad news for you. Nothing will change until you do. The world doesn't care about you. It won't come and ask if you're ready. It will push you, test you, and try to break you. And it's only up to you whether you rise or stay down in the dirt. Greatness is a choice to work while others complain, a choice to keep learning while others give up, a choice to get up after failure while others stay on the ground. Do you think great people haven't faced pain? You're wrong. They've seen more pain than you can imagine. They've fallen so hard that most people would never have had the strength to get back up, but they did. Because they knew one thing: they weren't born great. They made themselves great. Now it's your turn. You can keep making excuses. You can convince yourself that now isn't the right time. You can sit back and wait for someone else to change your life for you. But if you do, be prepared to live an ordinary life. A life of someone who spent years dreaming but never acted. A life of someone who watched others win while they stayed in the shadows. Or you can make a different choice. Right now, you can say to yourself, enough. I will wait no longer. I will hide no longer. I will make no more excuses. And start. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, you will have to walk into the unknown, into the fear. But that's where your true strength begins. Your path to greatness starts the moment you stop doubting and start doing. Once you make that choice, there's no turning back. No soft pillows to land on. No guarantees that it will be easy. No one to pick you up if you fall. But here's what separates the strong from the weak. The strong get up on their own. The weak wait for the perfect moment. They say, I'll start when I'm ready. I need more knowledge. I need more confidence. They repeat these words year after year until their life becomes nothing at all. Do you want to be like this? Do you want to reach old age and say to yourself, I could have achieved more, but I lacked the courage to start? Or do you want your story to be different? Remember one thing: you are not special. You are not an exception to the rules. You are not chosen. You weren't born with something that automatically gives you an advantage over others. But you know what? That's great news, because it means you are not limited by anything. It means you are not controlled by circumstances. It means you can build yourself into whoever you want to be. You are not your past experiences. You are not your fears. You are not your failures. You are your decisions. And if you decide right now that you will never back down again, your life will change. But not immediately. There will be moments when you want to quit. Days when you will hate yourself, hate your weakness, hate this entire journey. You will wake up in pain, fall asleep in pain, push forward when you have no strength, no motivation, no desire left. But you will keep going. And you know what will happen then? One day, you'll wake up and realize you've become someone else. You will no longer be a prisoner of your fears. You will no longer be someone who seeks excuses. You will no longer be controlled by other people's opinions, their approval, or the doubts that used to hold you back. You will become someone who takes what they need. Someone who no longer asks for permission. Someone who does the work. Greatness is not a single breakthrough. It's not a moment where everything suddenly becomes easy. Greatness is war. A war against yourself, against laziness, against fear, against the temptation to quit. And if you win this war, you will have everything you've ever wanted. But if you give up, if you allow yourself to stop again, if you choose excuses once more, then don't even complain, because that will be your choice. But I know that's not why you're reading this. I know that somewhere deep inside, a fire is already burning. You can feel it. Something inside you is pushing back against weakness. You hear a voice inside you saying, no more excuses, no more delays, no more doubt. Because you know you were not born great, but you will become great. And today is the day everything changes. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when I'm ready. Now get up, work, hit harder, Move forward even when fear grips you, even when it hurts, because greatness doesn't wait. Greatness demands. Are you ready to take it? Because greatness demands sacrifice. It demands that you let go of everything chaining you to the past. It demands that you break yourself down to build yourself back up. It demands that you burn so that you can become fire. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to stare fear in the face without looking away? Are you ready to rise every time life throws you to the ground? Are you ready to keep working when everyone else has already given up? If not, close this text. Go back to your old life, to your comfort, to your excuses, to your complaints. No one will stop you. But don't you dare say you never had a chance. But if you're still reading, it means there's something inside you that can't be broken. It means there's a part of you that is ready to go all the way. Remember this: you are not a victim. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not someone who merely exists from one day to the next. You are the one who chooses to fight for yourself. The one who accepts the challenge even when fear is screaming. The one who moves forward even when the whole world stands against them. The one who doesn't wait, but takes. Look at those who have achieved greatness. They are no different from you. They had fears. They had doubts. They had 1,000 reasons to quit. They faced failure, pain, betrayal, disappointment. They walked through hell, the kind of hell most people will never dare to endure. But they chose differently. They chose to suffer today so they could win tomorrow. They chose to take action while others made excuses. Every day, they woke up earlier than they wanted. Every day, they stepped into places that terrified them. Every day, they faced rejection, criticism, failure, but they refused to let it stop them. They didn't wait for motivation. They didn't wait for inspiration. They just did the work, even when it hurt, even when they had nothing left, even when no one believed in them. Now ask yourself, what will you choose? You can stay the same, live the same life. Watch the years slip by as other people chase their dreams while yours collect dust in a corner. You can keep telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I need to prepare. I'll try when I'm ready. But let's be honest, that's a lie. Those are just excuses you fed yourself for far too long. Do you know what people who choose excuses look like? They grow older, but they never change. They spend decades stuck in the same misery, complaining about how unfair life is. They look at successful people and say, they got lucky. They were born into better circumstances. They had advantages I didn't. They hide behind fear, behind doubt, behind circumstances that will never change. Or you can stand up right now. You can choose yourself. Choose your life. Choose the path where weakness has no place. Start working. Start enduring pain. Start moving, even when fear shakes you to your core. Because greatness does not come to those who wait. Greatness is your choice. Greatness is your actions. Greatness is you, but only if you are ready to fight for yourself. So prove it. Prove that you are not just reading these words for a fleeting moment of inspiration. Prove that you are not one of those who absorb motivation but do nothing with it. Because motivation without action is a lie. It's an illusion that creates a false sense of confidence but changes nothing. It's like staring at a fire and expecting warmth without feeding it wood. If your words, desires, and dreams are not backed by real effort, they are nothing but smoke disappearing with the first gust of wind. People love to talk about dreams. They love to imagine themselves as wealthy, successful, powerful. They love to say, I could have, I would have, I deserve more. But here's the truth. The world does not care about your dreams. The world cares about those who are willing to fight for them. You are either the one who takes action or the one who watches others do it. You are either the one who overcomes or the one who surrenders to fear. You are either shaping yourself or letting circumstances shape you. The choice has always been yours, but if you want greatness, it's time to stop talking. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to act. You said you want to be strong, you want to change your life, you want to achieve greatness? Then go and take it. Don't ask. Don't wait. Don't hope for someone to come and tell you it's time. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. If you're looking for motivation, here it is. If you need a moment to begin, that moment is right now. Step beyond what is familiar. Break out of your comfort zone. Do what scares you. Do what you've been avoiding. Stop looking for easy paths. Stop waiting for the perfect moment because it does not exist. Do you know why most people remain average? Because they choose ease. They choose simple tasks over difficult challenges. They choose shortcuts over long roads. They choose a warm, comfortable life where they can hide behind excuses. They choose an environment that doesn't push them to grow, only keeps them in a stagnant, effortless existence. And you? Are you ready to be the one who breaks the system? The one who goes where it's hard? The one who dares to challenge themselves? Because that is where your true transformation begins. You will not become great if you keep doing what everyone else does. You will not become strong if you avoid pain. You will not change your life if you fear struggle. You must break yourself. Break your old habits, break your old excuses, break the mindset that keeps you weak. You must become someone who cannot be stopped. And do you know how you'll know you're on the right path? When it gets tough, when you feel like quitting, when your old fears start whispering, "Stop, this isn't for you." That's when you take one more step forward. You will keep going when others stop. You will keep working when others give up. You will keep growing when others surrender. You were not born strong. You were not born fearless. You were not born with the will to endure, but you can become all of it. And one day, you will look back and see how far you've come. You will see that you are no longer the one who doubted. No longer the one who made excuses. No longer the one who waited for permission. You became the one who simply does. The one who no longer asks, but takes. And then you will understand. You were not born great, but you became great.